All right, let's try this again. Oh dear, the struggle. Posts, okay. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Am I going the wrong way again? Oh, looks like I'm going the right way. Just got to adjust. Hold on a second. Oh, la 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 la. Hold on, everybody. You would think I would know. I'm going to blame it on Facebook. Oh, come on. All right. Am I upside down? All right. Flip you around. Hold on. You guys know the struggle, right? Hey, everybody. When you're coming in, be sure to say hello so that I know you're here. See, I still have my scrubs on. I'm on. Hello, Carol. Welcome. Yeah, I know. I'm fixing it. Okay, let me just get situated here. Guys are a little crooked. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. As we get set up here. The whole thing looks crooked to me. Good heavens. Struggles. All right, so let's see who's all here. And then we could worry about everything else later, right? All right. Where are my comments? Okay. Hey, Betty. Hey, Carol. Who else is here that I'm missing? So if you're new here, let me know if you're new. Carol, I don't recognize your name. Hi, Mary. Gloria, do I recognize your name? Let me know if you're new here. Sorry. Dang dog. I just can't win. What I almost was not going to do today. My arthritis in my hands is acting up very bad. My new. Gloria, you're new? Well, welcome. I'm having such struggle with my hands. With the arthritis, the cold weather, anybody that has arthritis, you can relate. You know what I'm talking about. I fell asleep in the chair after I had dinner, and I thought, well, I woke up and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So here we are. So everybody, welcome. We're coming to the end of September, so you know what that means. That means you got to hurry up and get your order in. If those of you that missed out, yesterday there was a 15% off sale on select stamp sets. So that was a great deal. And that only happens probably once a year. So the end of the month is coming. This is the end of the calendar year. I'm very close to getting my 200K in sales. I just need a little bit. And also retitling comes. If you're not familiar with that, with being a demonstrator, this is the end of the calendar year for Stampin' Up. So October 1st starts like January would start for, you know, for our regular calendar. So they do a retitling. So if you don't meet your quotas, then you get kicked down a notch. And I just made it to gold, and I don't want to miss out on keeping my title there. Oh, you're a demonstrator from St. Joseph, Michigan. Well, welcome. How did you find me, Carol? Did you see something? Mary loves dogs. So, well, you know my Aurora, she always has to make her presence known. So yeah, I'm close to that, but it all depends on my team members, if they continue to keep their titles and their positions. Carol's my demo lady. Oh, okay. Well, wonderful. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, so what I thought I would focus on, I didn't really know what to do. So Paper Pumpkin came. If you're not yet a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, you might want to check it out. It's $22 a month. It's a subscription box. comes right to your door. So I didn't even introduce myself. If by some chance my internet goes out, can't tell you how. Okay. If the internet kind of goes out, just hang in there. It'll pop back in. I forgot to check. I should be hooked up to my booster, but sometimes it goes out. Just hang in there. It'll come back. So I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I just celebrated my 20th year being a demonstrator. It's been a lot of fun and a way to make some extra income. So if you're interested in possibly joining my team of the Sweet Bee Stampers, we would love to have you. You can save money, make some money, do it full-time, part-time, or just be a personal shopper. We have a fantastic promotion going on right now where it's for $99 you get $125 worth of product. You also get additional card kits. You get additional 2 stamp sets with the kit, all your business supplies, a coupon to turn in for a paper pumpkin subscription box, and lots of other goodies. You will save 20% on all of your purchases, and depending on how you move up, when you move up to the next level, you'll get 25% off all of your purchases. So put that together with the 15% yesterday, and if you get 25%, do the math. Look how much you would save. Great time now to sign up because the busy time is coming. It's holiday time. Celebration is coming up in January, and we're going to be having 2 celebrations for next year. So you get double the fun. And it's just a great way to have a hobby, make some income, support your habit, whatever works for you, whatever you would join. It's a great thing. I never thought I'd be with the company for 20 years, but here I am. So I do have a host code, so be sure to check that out up above on the Facebook page. With a $35 plus order and using the host code, you will automatically get a PDF tutorial for September. It changes each and every month. It includes 15 different tutorials from 14 other demonstrators, and it is total, gives you all the directions, all the measurements, everything you need with a photograph, and I email that to you so you could print it off. You could save it on your laptop, iPad, phone, whatever you want to do, and it's a great way to collect some fabulous ideas. If you're a member of my team, you automatically get that free each and every month. I post it on our team Facebook page, and it's just an extra perk and an extra thank you for being a part of the team. So let's take a look. This is the paper pumpkin called Hello Pumpkin for September 2020. Like I said, it is a monthly subscription box. And my comments keep going away, so if you're saying something and I don't respond, sorry, but I'll catch you later. So here is a sneak peek on next month's paper pumpkin box. So it is a holiday kit. It's going to include 8 elegant holiday cards, and it's a good time to join because of the holiday time. So what all is included in a paper pumpkin kit? Well, of course, you get a Stampin' spot. I have actually I've been with paper pumpkin since the beginning. There were times when we got a marker. Sometimes we even got 2 Stampin' spots. And these are just miniature little ink pads that you can use to create the projects. Pretty much everything you need is included in this little box. And you'll notice this month's box is somewhat different than our standard box. They actually decorated it to kind of go with the whole theme with the Cajun craze, which is wonderful. You'll also get an exclusive stamp set, and you will not be able to get this stamp set anywhere else but in paper pumpkin subscription boxes. So great little stamp set. You get the ink pad, and you get all the supplies you need each and every month to make really fun projects. So this month, I have to tell you, I started punching out some of the die cuts. I think somebody actually sat and counted how many different die cuts that were included in this kit. And I believe they were counted like 530 pieces. Like, are you kidding me? So this one includes all kind of either trick or treat, or it also has cute little pumpkins in here too. and some fun things. I have a couple extra things in here. So look at these cute little pumpkins. So if you weren't into Halloween, then you could just go with as far as making it fall or Thanksgiving or anything like that. So this kit makes 20 little treat boxes. So here are 2 little treat boxes that I put together, and very simple to do. Everything pre-cut, pre-scored, ready for you to assemble and create. So these are little cracker boxes. You could put little treats inside. So this one I did where it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. This one I made it a little bit smaller, so they're reversible, and I'll show you what that's all about. This one I folded it all up so it only has 4 sides, and did a little trick or treat, spooky and sweet. Real cute, really fun, great for the kids to create. Great little gift to put Thanksgiving table at each little place setting. Put some little chocolates or cookies or, you know, whatever you want to put inside. Lots of little die cuts. So you see all of these that I put in here. Well, I didn't even punch them all out. There's pages. Oop, here's a little one that got away. Pages and pages of pumpkins and all kind of fun little banners. Look at how many you get. I mean, tons. Here's a whole other sheet. I'm not sure if you can see that, but all kind of banners and different little die cuts on there. This one has all kinds of leaves on it. And look at, there's 1, 2, 3, plus all the ones in here that I punched. And comes with an instruction sheet. Paper Pumpkin also puts out a video, and you can check that out. But here's all the little treat boxes. And inside, all the directions to create, along with a little ruler down the bottom. And then here on the back, it tells you what your kit includes, some alternative projects, and be sure to check out Paper Pumpkin on Facebook. They do a live monthly Facebook, what do you want to call it? A live monthly Facebook and Facebook presentation with alternative ideas, lots of fun ideas. It comes with dimensionals. Here's glue dots. So you can use your own glue. I like to use my standard size ink pad. You certainly can use the little Stampin' spot, but I have all the ink pads, so I like to keep the little spots for little giveaways and things like that. And then, of course, it's all wrapped in tissue paper, so when you open it, it's like a little gift. But the Facebook page will include tons of other alternative ideas. So when you get them, here's the little treat boxes. And look, they're double-sided. Whoops. So the one side has the orange stripes on it. The other side has this little check on here. And very simple to put together. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this over there. So here's the fun thing with these. These are already, like I said, pre-scored. When you go to fold these, there's these little tiny pieces like that. And wait till you see what I've done with those. I had planned on doing a lot more projects to show you, but my hands were hurting so much yesterday and my wrists that I was working on them during the week, and yesterday was going to be the completion date, but I couldn't. So I think you'll be pleased with what you see tonight. But all you have to do to put it together, I would recommend a bone folder, or if you have, you know, fingernails, you can very easily do it that way. Bone folder makes it nice, helps you to fold these. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time because, like I said, my hands are really giving me troubles, so they are not wanting to cooperate. Okay, so also included, there were dimensionals, so you'll see how many of those I used. They also gave us a strip, piece of adhesive strips, okay? So they're 3M adhesive strips, you just peel them off. Now this is where you can decide if you do just put your adhesive on here and put it together, you'll have the larger one. Or if you wanted to fold it all the way up into 4, then it'll make a smaller one. So let's just go ahead and do this. It's real easy to put together. I'm sure you all know, you've seen these. They usually have these around Christmas time in my area, like the Christmas crackers. And they're just a lot of fun to put little treats in. Or, you know, maybe you're going to the post office, you want to give your little, give them a little gift, or going to the grocery store. There's a lot of ways of saying thank you to so many people. And these little ends, they're going to go inward. And I probably should put a little bit of adhesive there. Let me just bring in my tape runner for that. Just to hold that together. I want to show you another way that you can fold these up. They're really fun. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Today, it is Thursday, and tomorrow starts the weekend. So don't know if any of you have any plans for the weekend. So all you would have to do then is take your little twine. Oh, it does come with baker's twine. Let me get my other little thing. You get white and black baker's twine, so it comes with that. So all you would have to do is wrap your little twine around, like I did for this one, and tie it off. But here's another fun thing. If you push on this, and I really should have scored all of that. If you push on it, look at how it goes together this way. Isn't that fun? I think that's super fun. And look at that. So you can decorate it all like that as well. So you want to make sure you scored this a lot better than I did. There we go. Look how cute that is. It'll even stand up. Super cute. So when you look at that, I mean, I think of so many things when I look at this. Not just the little crackers. Okay, so that is that. So all these little pieces, you want to save them. So get yourself a little container. I have these little acrylic drawers that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I put all my little die cuts. Look at, there's little hats in there, witches hats. There's all kind of little, not this yellow piece was, I punched that out. All these little lacy background pieces in all the colors. You have a whole ton of these little curlicues. So many fun things. Lots of little flowers. This little flower is a little black one. Here is one that is a little orange flower with a leaf. So many fun things that you can be creative with. Okay, so let's do some alternative projects. Let me get my stamp set. Let me clean that up. I'm going to use my chamois. I actually have a full chamois that I cut all up in half and 2 pieces in half. So when you're using your Stamparatus or a small little stamp, you could take this little half piece right to your stamp and clean it that way. I also have the big ones too, but when I'm doing a small project, put it in a little stamp case like this. I don't recommend closing it totally, because what will happen, it will kind of get moldy in there. So just kind of close it so that the air can kind of get to it. And if you let it out, no worries, it'll dry. But what will happen then is you just have to wet it with water. You don't have to use anything else but water. All right, so let's do our first project. So what I did for the projects I'm going to show you is I incorporated some of the colors that Stampin' Up! Recommends. It's on that little piece of paper on the back. We got some Cajun Craze, we have some Mossy Meadow, we have Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, I have Whisper White, and I just cut up a bunch of cards going, we also have Pumpkin Pie, going either the hot dog style or the Hamburg style, which is kind of like the standard way. And I just cut them out. I scored them all. They're all ready to go. And just keep them in a little basket next to your work surface, and you'll be all ready to create. So I got them all cut up, ready to go. So I'm going to use a piece of Cajun Craze. And I have another piece. So this is your standard. They call this a Hamburg style. So this is cut at 8.5 by 5. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let me get a drink. My throat is getting dry. Okay, just got some water today. I already had a coffee, but it didn't help because I fell asleep. Then I have another small piece of the Cajun Craze, and I have that cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And I like to do a lot of layering like this because, I don't know, I just think it just adds a little something. I have a circle that I cut out, and the circle is about 2.5. You could cut that out with, you could punch it out with your punch, or you can use your die cuts. Whatever you have works. Now, because this is a photopolymer stamp set, I like to use my little piercing mat to put underneath. I find you get a much better stamping, you know what I mean. You get, looks much better. Because there's no cushion to these photopolymer stamps. So you have to add a little bit of cushion. So I'm going to put the pumpkin on here. I'm going to bring in my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I was doing a sample yesterday, and I was like, what the heck? My ink was so dry. Here I have multiple black ink pads, and I was using the one that kind of needed to be re-inked. So this one is much juicy. And look at how beautiful that is. I mean, all the areas that you have to shade are already done for you. So I love that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in one of these little banners. And we'll do all of our stamping. And I want to do the Hello Pumpkin. Okay. All right. So when I have words, I like to lay them flat on my surface and take my my block to them. So this way they won't be distorted in any way. Okay. Now, let me see how I do. Ah, looks good. Hello, pumpkin. Then what I want to do is I want to, well, let's color this in first, and then I will add on my little pumpkin face, because it has a little pumpkin face for the bigger pumpkin. There's also a little pumpkin. This is a little witch's hat. There's a little pumpkin there, and it has a little pumpkin face, little leaves, lots of little sayings. So super cute. All right, so I want to use my, I'm going to cover this up because you know what happens with me and black ink. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Blends. So what I want to do is I'm going to use Pumpkin Pie Light and Dark and Light and Dark Old Olive. So this is the light. I'm just going to go over the area and color in my pumpkin with the light. And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do the shading. Just go over the lines. Stampin' Up! Has already done all the areas that you need to shade by putting all those wonderful lines. So now I'm going to go in with the dark pumpkin pie. Just give it a little bit of shading. Just go over those areas that are already there, those lines. And you can add a little bit more if you like. You can go around the edge here a little bit. And then go back with the light, and we're just going to blend all that in so you don't have any stark lines. And it's okay to leave a little bit in the center where it's a little bit lighter. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the stem with the old olive. Go with the light. Now, there's no rhyme or reason. You can go with the dark and then with the light, or you do the light and then with the dark. Totally up to you. So I'm just going to kind of highlight that a little bit. Then go in with the light and do a little shading on there. So easy peasy, right? Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and we're going to do the little pumpkin face. Make him a little jack-o'-lantern. Now, if you wanted to do this for the fall season, you just don't put the face on. And look at how cute that is. Isn't he cute? You could do so much with this little face, you know. look at your other stamps that you have and incorporate that little pumpkin face on other things. Okay, so we'll move this out of the way. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in this is our card base. This is the layered one. So what we want to do, all those little pieces, remember I told you that you want to keep. All you want to do with those, let me get my scissors. So you have these little pieces. Oop, those are the ribbon ones, wrong ones. Okay. These little pieces that popped out, that they look like a little diamond shape, all you're going to want to do is just cut them in half, just like that. Cut them right in half. Let's see how many more I need. Do I have any in here? Yeah, I got a couple in here. Okay. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I'll be able to pick them up that way. Huh? Curly Q, I don't want you, don't want you. Here we go. There's one. I see another one under there. There we go. So there's two more. Okay. Let me cut a couple more. I'm not really sure how many I'm going to need. Just all depends. Okay. All right. That should be good to start. There's another one hiding under there. All right. So we're going to take our baker's twine. And I am going to get glue dots. I'm going to use my glue dots. And usually by the time I'm done here, this desk is a disaster area. I want to pick up a glue dot with my baker's twine. I'm going to start up in the corner, stick that to the back, and go along here. Let me get another one. Stick it there. And then always devote a pair of scissors to your ribbon and tie a little ribbon on there, because once you cut paper with your scissors, it's very difficult to cut your ribbons. Okay, so that looks good. Then I want to take another piece and let's see, let's crisscross it over here. So keep one for ribbon and keep one for paper. They're inexpensive. They're only $10, so it won't break the bank. I'm going to attach that one there. Okay. Okay, so a little crisscross, right? Looks good, right? You're like, what is she doing? Okay, you'll see. Or maybe you've already figured it out. I'm sure you guys have figured it out. All right, so this will go on to here. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to adhere my little pumpkin. I'm going to use dimensionals on the back to raise it up a little. And don't be stingy with your dimensionals. They're really inexpensive. And you don't want to have anything saggy. All right, so we're going to put our little pumpkin right there. I'm just putting all this stuff for placement. We also have little tiny dimensionals. So let me grab those. And I'm going to put that on the back of my banner. Now, when I go to put my banner on, because this part is raised up already, I'm only going to put a dimensional on the left-hand side. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the right-hand side. And then it will be even. It will even itself out. Okay? That makes sense, right? Okay. All right, let me bring in my liquid glue. And yesterday, the glue was getting a little low. So, we have to get a new glue. Okay, so there we go. So now what we want to do is we are going to take our little glue dots, not our glue dots, our dimensionals. Come on. And here we go with this situation again. Okay. Paper snips are definitely worth the money. Yes, they are. They are. And we're going to make ourselves a little banner. Look how cute that is. I like using the glue dot, I keep calling glue, the dimensionals, because I like the way that it kind of sticks out a little bit and makes it look a little more realistic. So you can just put that right over your string. You certainly can just glue them on without that. Okay, let's stick one over here. Well, you get the gist of how this is going to go. Just makes a cute little banner. Oh, there we go. I could pick it up with a dimensional. Whatever works, whatever works. All right, put that one there. I think we could tuck one more in. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. That works great. Okay. So, tuck that in under there. All right, that looks good. So I want to raise this up as well. I'm going to bring in the larger dimensionals. You can also stick it over where the twine is to hold that on. There's one that it's all right, we'll leave you there. Okay. And this will get glued to the front of the card. And just a few more little tidbits. I love banners too. Super cute. So if you like what you're seeing, be sure to sprinkle. And those of you that don't know what that means is to invite others to come and join in on the fun. All right, there we go with that. All right. Okay, so we need some little bows because it looks a little blah. Now let's see how the fingers are going to work for the bows. Oh, not too bad. Going to make some little bows and ribbon scissors. Trim that up a little bit. The glue dots, we're going to stick that. Take your item to the glue dot. Put that there. And let's make another one. Now, did you know you can also take this twine, and if you use your scissors, your bone folder, you can curl it. Well, normally you could curl it. Maybe with the bone folder. You used to be able to curl it. Oh, maybe you can't anymore. Okay, I take that back. You used to be able to curl it, unless it's made with something different now. Who knows? But, I guess not. I guess I am incorrect. Okay. Yes. All right, let's put another bow. So, all right. Gosh, I can't believe it's, what time is it? 7:30, and look, it's already so dark outside. My goodness. All right, let's go with one more. One more bow, and then we're going to add some bling to it because we have to add some bling. You just have to, right? To bling it up. But this is a cute and fun project using the items in the kit. And another glue dot. I'll put one more there. And you could trim those up however you want. The dimensional backing. Gosh, you guys find those dimensional backings all over your house. Oh, I know I do. Sometimes the dog will come out. She'll have one on her head. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some of these champagne rhinestones. And sometimes the hardest part is opening up the package. Okay, so we'll put a couple little blingy blingies on with that. Let's put one up here. And they're all different sizes, which is fun. Let's put one there. And let's put one down here. Okay, so there you go. Cute little card. The inside, you can always add a white piece, decorate your inside. And cute little alternative project using the items in the kit in a totally different way. So that's project number 1. Do you guys like that? Let me know. Shoot me up some emojis. You see some smiles. All right, let's do something else. Something a little bit different. Little different color combo on this one. So this one, I'm not going to need the pumpkin, but I'm going to need the witch's hat. Get a larger block. Thank you. And also we're going to do a little trick or treat. Trick or treat, spooky and sweet. Let's stick that on there. Okay, so let's see what we have here for this project. Let me get these little banners out of here, put them in my bin. Make sure you stay to the end so I can show you the other projects that I created. All right, move those out. Okay, so we have a circle. Again, the same size circle as before, punched out, whisper white. We have a piece of pumpkin pie. And I have that scored down the center, just like before. And I'm thinking my little paper cutter, I need a new blade. If your cardstock cuts like this from your paper cutter, take your bone folder and just go over that. That will help to get rid of all those little smushy mushies on there. And kind of gets rid of that. Okay. We also have a piece of basic black cardstock. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of, what is this color? Oh my gosh, I hardly ever use it. Purple Posy. Let me get another drink. It almost looks white, but it's Purple Posy. And you would never think to put those colors together, but I thought they looked rather nice. Okay, so what we're going to do, oh, and I have a piece of, just a small piece of the black glimmer paper, because I always need to have a bling on my cards. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to bring in Versamark. Now, Versamark is very versatile. It is a watermark ink pad. You also can use it when you're embossing. So we always forget about this. So if you are limited on your ink pads, get yourself a Versamark ink pad, because then you can use it on all of your different pieces of cardstock. It makes it a little bit darker color. It has no color to it, but it makes your cardstock a little bit darker with what you stamp. And I'll show you what I mean. Sometimes it's easier to show. So it's sticky, okay? It's a different little texture than our regular ink pads, and very, very sticky. And the good thing about that is if you want to emboss this, you would sprinkle your embossing powder on there and you can emboss it. And being the cardstock has color, you can use clear powder or you can use a colored powder, whatever color you want. And it will take on the color powder that you're using. Okay, now it may not look like anything right away, but as it dries, it will become deeper. And it's a great way to add a little background without kind of taking away the whole concept of the card. Just makes it look like a patterned piece of paper. So I love Versamark, and I always forget to use it. So it was kind of sitting there on my little ink turntable saying, don't forget me, don't forget me. So I thought, yes, I'm going to use you. So I'm cleaning that off on my chamois. I'm going to set that aside to let it dry. And you can see when it's still wet, it kind of has a shine to it. So just put it aside. I'm going to bring in our little circle. And I wasn't too concerned about stamping that you know, using the Pierce mat because it's just a little background, doesn't matter. So, but we are going to use it when we do our, again, our black Memento ink. I'm going to ink this up really well. And we're going to stamp our little hat right in the center of our circle. Cute. Then I need, excuse me, I need a little banner. So let me take a banner from here. They have wider ones or more narrow ones. I'm going to take a little bit wider one. And the stamp, the saying. I'm going to stamp that on here. Oh, I don't like the way that looks. Okay. Let me clean that off a little bit. It's a little bold. Okay. Whew, see, that hurts when I press down with my wrist. Boy, is that. I have to do it this way. Okay. Trick or treat, spooky and sweet. I use my left hand. And Dory is here. If you heard that little squeak, it's my kitty cat, Dory. She's always in here. She's like a little nosy Nelly. All right, so we're going to bring in our Stampin' Blends again. This time I'm going to bring in my Purple Posy. And I'm going to bring in the colors we used before. And yeah, that's good. So we're going to go ahead now. When I color the pumpkin this time, I'm not worrying about shading. The pumpkin's very little. I'm just going to go full force with the dark color. Okay, just like that. And same thing with the Old Olive. Going to do the little leaves, the stem. There's another leaf there, another leaf there. Then I need, let me see, let me just grab this one. What do we have? This is the bronze. Just going to use the bronze to color in the other leaves. Now the hat, I want to spend a little more time on the hat. And then you could just color in those little centers of the flowers. You could always add dimensionals, rhinestones on the center. Okay. So now the Purple Posy, like we did before, I'm going to do the light for the background. And just color that in. And because this color is so light, you can actually, if you went over one of the other colors that you already colored, it won't matter because this is so light, you won't even notice it. So you don't have to take a whole lot of time, you know, with your coloring. And coloring should be fun. You know, you should enjoy it. Take your time, more so than what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take the broad tip, and this is the darker one. I'm going to color in, go around on the inside a little bit, do a little highlighting. And believe me, I am no color expert by any means. But with these alcohol markers, you really don't have to be. They kind of do all the work for you. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with the light and just kind of blend that in a little bit. Just to take away any of the stark lines. Just like that. Now something you can do, let me see. Is this the light? So this is a light smoky slate. If you take it and just kind of go very lightly, like around the edges of the hat, it kind of makes it stick out a little bit. Kind of gives a little bit of a shadow. Just a little bit. All right. So there we have that done. Let's move these out. I piled them up on top of our stamped image. Now you could see now it's not shiny anymore. It has dried. But I'm not sure how well you can notice that that has a little bit of a darker background. Now the light is kind of killing it. Maybe over here a little bit, away from the light. Can you guys see that? How it kind of took on the same color, just a little bit darker. And again, I mean, I have all these bright lights here, so you might not be seeing it too well. All right, so we did all of our stamping. Yes, yes. We can move that. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to adhere this to the black. I'm just going to use my green glue for that. Now remember, when you're using the Tombow glue, don't put too much glue toward the edges because it tends to ooze out a little bit. And I like using the green glue because you could kind of wiggle this around a little bit. So there, I just love this. I don't know, do you guys like this color combo? I really do. So I'm going to bring in my black baker's twine. And a lot of people just hate making bows. If you don't like bows, all you have to do is just make a knot. That's just as good, right? And you'll notice mine's a little loose, but this is going to get adhered to the card, so I can fix that in the back. So I'm not going to worry about that. All right. Because again, you know, this is handmade card. It wasn't $10 in the Hallmark store. It's a Stampin' Sue card. All right, let's just trim that. Okay, move that away. All right, and also if you do it a little bit loose, you have the opportunity to move it up and down. If you do it too tight, you don't get that opportunity. All right, so let's glue this down. And I think this time I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm going to go where that little twine is going to be. And I could kind of press that down into the glue. That'll hold it, but we're going to put the little circle thing over the top, so we'll be fine. Okay. Only thing with the Stampin' Seal and Stampin' Seal Plus is when you stick it down, you are committed. All right. So let's bring in our little hat. Again, we're going to bring in our dimensionals. Okay. We're going to stick that here. Like that. All right. My banner punch. Where is it? It's here on this messy desk. Okay, I'm going to bring in the banner Pick-a-Punch, and I'm going to stick this in. It has 2 different choices, 3 different sizes on each. So this is just a little 1/2 inch strip. I like to keep all those small little pieces for projects like this, and you stick it in. It makes a cute little banner. All right, let me get my little trick or treat. And let me see, let me prejudge here how much I'm going to need. Alrighty. And I don't want you, I want the other ones. Yeah. I'm going to trim off a little bit of that. Crooked. But we're going to stick it here in the punch. And I like to do it upside down because then I can see exactly where I am in there. Hopefully. All right. Oops, it moved. Come here. I know you moved. I'll fix you. Sometimes you have to talk to your pieces of cardstock and tell them they have to listen. Oh, keeps moving. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to layer this on top of here just to give the card a little bling. I'm going to go ahead and use my, ooh, can't squeeze that, my green glue. Stick that onto here. I like to use the green glue when you're using it on the glimmer paper because it sticks really well. So we're going to do the same trick as before. We're just going to put a dimensional on the one side, and we're going to, until that glue's on there, put glue on the other. That's going to attach to the little saying here, like so. And there you go, cute little card. So we have 2 little cards that we did, really cute, kind of out of the box thinking, literally. So those are super fun. I hope you guys like those, but stick around. I have some more cards to share. Let me clean up all this total mess that I have created. All right, so we have those that I demonstrated for you tonight. Let me show you a few other alternative projects. So here's another one, just using all of those little flowers and those little curly cues. When I cut out pieces from those little boxes, I saw a little bow tie when you trim them out. And then I used some of the other pieces, layered them underneath, put a dimensional to raise it up a little bit. And I just took one of those circles and just decorated all around it and glued it to the front of the card. And some little bling on there. So it's a nice 3D dimensional card. Did the same layering, just like before. And a little give thanks card. So I thought that was cute. Then remember how I said when you see these, you think of something different? So I'm looking for the pieces that I had. I had a bunch of pieces here somewhere. Okay, hold on. Okay, so when you trim it out, just cut out some of them, and look at this. You have this cute little design here that you can do something with. Here's the piece that I used for making the fence. And all I did is I made it more picket fence, just trimming. And then don't forget, look at, you have this real cute little scallop edge on the edge of this. So just cut them apart. Here is another piece. You know, maybe you see something when you look at this. I'm kind of looking like, maybe it looks like a curtain or something, you know. Just cut your boxes apart. The other thing was with those little lace rectangles, these are the little pieces that go around. I mean, you can very easily take this, put this on a card, you know, use it for sayings or little window boxes or windows or, you know, whatever. So look at your little pieces differently. So this one here, I made it into a little picket fence. And just did a little bit of layering. And I used Wink of Stella on the background. The black cat comes in your kit, punched out a bumblebee circle. And then on the inside, this is where I took that little scallop piece on the top, a little flower here in the corner. Super cute. Have a happy Halloween. Really cute cards. And then let me show you this one. Now this one I used all the little bits and scraps. So here's those side ones with the scallops. I did a little bit of layering on the piece on the center and just put a few of the embellishments with the hat, you know, the pumpkins, the cat, little bow on there. And then for the inside, I put little pumpkins down on the bottom. And you could stamp whatever you want on the inside. But I think that one came out really cute. And then let me show you this. Now, this was the original box is meant to be put together like this, right? So maybe you don't want to give such a large gift. So all you have to do is cut off the bottom, which would have been this piece, and just glue in those little flaps and make a small little tiny one. So a little chapstick would fit in here. But if you notice, look at the hat. Let me pull out a hat. What I did with the hat is this was the witch's hat. All I did is I did a little trim on there. So I made it into like a more classier hat. And I did trim around the white to get rid of that. Glued the little pumpkin face on there. I put the little squigglies so that it made it look like it was hair. And just tied it with a little bow and one of those little lace pieces, and just, you know, tied the top, and you could put a cute little gift in there for that. So now this is what I was working on, that I was going to create other things with that. So really fun projects. You can go ahead and make your own background by stamping the pumpkin and just coloring it in, whether you have colored pencils, markers, Stampin' blends, whatever. You know, throw a quick card together. Let me get a piece of cardstock here. Oh gosh, the struggle, people. The struggle is real. I was looking for pumpkin pie. All right, this will have to do. Okay, so if you have your card base, you know, well, I have to trim it down. But, you know, make yourself a little card just by stamping a background and coloring it in, making your own designer series paper. So here was one where I used the witch's hat and just colored that in as well to make my own designer series paper to do a cute little layer on top. So yeah, just, you know, when you see paper pumpkin, because a lot of times people will look at it and they'll say, oh, you know, yes, scarecrow hat. I don't want all those little treat boxes, you know, what am I going to do with them? But they're not just treat boxes. Look at all the cute little projects. Just think a little bit. Cut up the pieces, look at them, and something will come to you and you will realize, like, you can do so many other things with it. So that's my presentation for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe this inspired you to either grab your paper pumpkin and create something fun with it, or if you're not yet a subscriber, to go ahead and subscribe. You will get the October box if you subscribe now. And once they're gone, they're gone. So, you know, this that you're seeing now, you won't be able to get this. So you don't want to miss out on the holiday one. So just go on over to my online store at stampinsucreates.stampinup.net and sign up for either 1, 3, 6, or 12-month subscription, totally up to you. You can always opt out for the month if you didn't want a certain month. But I know you're not going to want to miss out on anything, because when you see all the fun things you could make, you're going to be like, why did I decide not to do it that month, you know? So anyhow, what was I going to say? Oh, next Thursday we'll be into October. So I'm going to be working on the tag kit. So if you don't have that yet, let me show you. I know I mentioned it before. So this on page 5 of the August to December catalog is this tag buffet project kit. So there's a kit and then there's a coordinating stamp set. If you have it, or if you don't have it, you're going to want to get it, because we're going to be working 2 of the weeks in October making alternative projects. We'll make the projects as, you know, they have it planned for the kit, but we're going to make all kind of cards and all kind of fun things. So if you don't have this yet, go ahead over to my store and order it tonight, so that you'll have it in time for next week so you can play along with us. And we're going to use all the items in the kit and maybe some extra card bases. So the colors they recommend are garden green, real red, shaded spruce. If you have any of those ink pads, or if you don't have them, throw a couple of those in the order. Get some cardstock that coordinate, and we are going to be working on Christmas cards. I know it's only October, but only 2 weeks out of the month we're going to do that. And this is a beautiful stamp set. I shared some of the projects using the stamp set last week. So if you missed out on that, go ahead back and watch last week's Facebook Live. If you can't find any of them, or you want to see what else I'm doing, I have a YouTube channel, which is Stampin' Sue Creates. I do embroidery from my embroidery machine. I do sewing projects, unboxings, lots of fun things, and a little stamping. You got the tag kit, you're ready? All right. So I just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join me here. I will take pictures of all of these and post them so that it will give you some inspiration. Maybe if you don't even have this paper pumpkin kit, you might be able to use what you already have in your stash and use the layout design, or, you know, just, you know, give yourself some fun ideas of what else you can do with what you already have. So thanks so much, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget, I'll see you back here again next Thursday, which, let me flip the calendar. Next Thursday is going to be, ta-da! Oh, it's October 1st. Yeah. So there'll be a whole new host code for October. But don't forget, place a 35+ order, use the host code, and you'll get the PDF flyer of all the fun projects that you can make and tutorials. Lots of great ideas in that. I've already seen it. Of course I have. I'm a part of it. So thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great night. Oh, thank you, Carol. Be safe. I love and appreciate you all. And we'll see you back here again real soon. Good night.